Ahoy, fellas. Joey's gonna win at your service. Bit of a later one today, but that's because the final for my summer class is tomorrow, and there was a bit of review going on, so I stayed late to study. Um, Today is core and lower back, and even though it is a bit later, I'd still like to do a nice intense workout, so it's going to be sit-ups, deadlifts as usual, and then Russian twists. So similar to yesterday, where we're going to be really overworking almost our front and gently working our back. Back is very, you want to be careful with that. In fact, if you could work your core and your chest more to compensate for your back, that's better because it'll give your back more support so that you can then strengthen that more carefully. But yeah, if you enjoy the workout, leave a like and subscribe to keep following along with your own fitness journey. Let's get going. So, like I said, we're going to start out by doing our usual routine of exhausting with lighter intensity, and then get over here, and then moving up to higher intensity. So normal sit-ups first. All right. Sit-ups down, right into the deadlifts. Nice. Now, momentary break before we go into the Russian twists. Not too long, but, you know, more than nothing. Sit-ups. I did 30 sit-ups, no weight, well, body weight. The deadlifts, 50 pounds, 15 reps, and then Russian twists. I know last week I said I wanted to bump up to, I think it was 30? No, bump up to 40. We're not going to do that just because we are exhausting first. Okay. And actually, I think yesterday I might have had the wrong idea about it. I'm going to do sit-ups, then deadlift again, then sit-ups, then deadlift again, and then 3 sets of Russian twists in a row. That way I'm completely exhausted. I don't know. I actually don't know if it makes a difference. If it does, let me know in the comments. I really don't. Screw it. No. It takes about the same amount of time either way. So I'm going to do it like this. We're going to do the first 2 as a circuit, back to back, like that. And then we'll shred. The whole exhausting and then shredding thing, that's not anything that's like backed up by research. That's just my own theory. So I don't actually know if it would be better to exhaust and then shred, or exhaust, shred, exhaust, shred, exhaust, shred. I really don't know. Cool. Oh, beans. I had a protein shake in this. I need to make sure to rinse it out. So basically what had happened was after class ends, I get home at 12 at noon, and that's when I make lunch. And because I'm trying to bulk on a budget, what I usually make are fondant potatoes and some scrambled eggs, a bit of yogurt, and a protein shake. But the study session started at 1, so I needed to cook everything and basically run over to the library, which is a good 10-minute walk. So I just got back and I've been carrying around the container that I brought my lunch in and the protein shake in. Always wash out completely and thoroughly your shaker cup. Always. Do not think that just a rinse out is good enough. You need to unscrew everything and wash it. Milk can be a bitch. Let's get her going. Something else, if you're doing deadlifts at home, which be careful if you do, always be careful with your back exercises, especially lower back. But if you're doing deadlifts at home like this with 2 dumbbells, make sure your dumbbells stay in front of you as if you were using a whole bar, because that way the weight is pulling you forward and you're fighting that. If you bring your dumbbells to your side, your lower back isn't doing the lifting anymore. So that's a way you might be cheating. Or at least it's a way that you can cheat, but don't cheat, because you're only cheating yourself. All right, that's the first leg done. How are we looking on time? 13 and a half minutes, not bad at all. So, what I'm gonna do is take a little bit longer of a break. We're gonna go into the Russian twists, and probably 25 pounds. We'll shoot for 20 reps. Just because naturally, I am more tired after doing 90 sit-ups. So, $25. Whew. Oops. "20 reps. I accidentally put down a 3, and that pencil doesn't have an eraser. And we'll do that for 3 sets. Whew. Just gonna take a moment, just gonna hydrate a little bit, not too much. Always be careful with when you're working core. Because, and certainly this isn't a universal thing, but at least for me, if I eat if I work out core too soon after I eat, or I'm too full, or I drink too much water, because that's going into your stomach, and you're working your stomach area. I know your stomach's up here, don't. But usually that makes me a bit nauseous, almost like acid reflux, like something's coming back up, right? Kind of, you're pushing everything back up. So be careful about that. That's why I always actually recommend, if you can work out core on an empty stomach, go for it. But yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Let's see. I think I explained why I'm working the front more than I'm working the back. Working the front, yeah, because stronger core will naturally strengthen your lower back. Just like stronger triceps will strengthen your biceps, even though they do the opposite motion, just because they're related. So, yeah. I don't know what else to do. Let's get started. Ooh. Not bad. Honestly, I probably could do 30 of those, but I did eat a good bit today. The one building had a bunch of high schoolers and they ordered way too much pizza. So they were just giving out free pizza, and I thought, So I ate more than I usually did, so I'm still quite full. I get a little sick from the core workouts, so yeah, that's good to know. I can probably go even harder. Won't happen next week. Because Hunter and I are going to go a different kind. But the week after, yeah, maybe. Even have some pizza left over. They were handed out. I don't know why. You'd think you'd have a head count, oh, get 2 slices for every person, right? But apparently they had like 30 different flavors of pizza or 30 different toppings, and it's like, why would you get plain? Because you're catering en masse. You can't try to cater to everyone, because then you're just going to end up with a shit ton of leftovers. But, and some people aren't going to get what they wanted, so in your attempts to please everybody, you end up pleasing less people. There's probably a metaphor in there. Pretty dreary. I'm turning on the light. It's rainy. It's later than usual. The lighting was making me depressed. good. Looking good, fellas. It wasn't even good pizza. You know, the crust was really thin on the bottom. There was barely any sauce and there was barely any cheese. And there was like an inch diameter of crust around the outside. And it's like, ooh. What is this shit? Now, granted, I like the crust, but it's not even like, oh, there was something special on the crust. Maybe they sprinkled a little something on top, maybe some garlic salt, or even just some garlic, or some cheese was running over on top of it, or even stuffed crust. No, it was just like a quarter-sized thing of crust, and there was no real pizza. Like, you couldn't even pick the pizza up. It would just, there was no structure to it. There was nothing there. It was disgraceful. And of course, I'm always down for a bit of a thinner crust. You know, I like it when it's a nice thin crust, but it has to be crispy. You know, it can't be thin and just bleh. You know, you gotta have something there to hold it all together. There has to be some substance, whether it's from a slightly thicker crust or a thinner but crispier crust, you know? And then, of course, barely any sauce, barely any cheese. It was like, great. I thought I ordered a pizza, not a fucking wide breadstick. Like, wait. The worst part is, because of the size of the pizza, I was probably like a $15 pizza. It was not a $15 pizza, I can tell you that much. It might have been a $15 pizza, it wasn't a $15 pizza. Honestly, more of an $8 pizza. And yeah, even being a large. Oh. Yeah, pretty good workout today. Before I skedaddle, before I let you go here, something that I do want to tell you. If you have a weak lower back, be careful of the core exercises and the lower back exercises that you do. Right? Lower back, I know, is self-explanatory, but especially the core. You saw those, that can irritate your lower back. If your lower back is weak or prone to injury and you need to strengthen it, I highly recommend doing calisthenics and stretches like yoga. Shut up! Stretches and yoga. Highly recommend Hybrid Calisthenics on YouTube. Great guy, wholesome guy, and very knowledgeable. So, yeah, be careful. I've injured my lower back before, twice now. Both of them while squatting heavy weight. Shut the fuck up! I hate these people. I've injured myself often, so take it easy, be careful. All right? With that being said, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope to see you here again, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.